up, everyone, and welcome to Let's Have Shots. That was Sean. So y'all see, we back to taking these damn shots because before it was just straight up glass.
Oh my god, it hurts. Yeah, but put that down.
Put that down.
It's woo.
Okay. So it's been a minute, but we're back. And what's today's topic?
Is it ever too late to apologize for an apology? Is it ever too late? What are you guys thinking about that?
Nikki?
In my opinion, I would say yes. Like, but that's part of me being like not the most forgiving person.
At least you know.
Yeah, like because I'm legit, man. You know, look. I try not to wrong people. Like if I do and I fuck up, I will immediately apologize. Or if somebody take it wrong, then you know I'll apologize. But you shouldn't have to sit with that so long to where it's like, you know you wrong. So I don't see the point in like you coming back a year later to apologize. And that's just my opinion.
Yeah, for me, I'm more so like yes and no, because I still want to hear the apology, even if it is, a year, 2 years, 3 years down the line. Because when you think about stuff like from your childhood and dealing with stuff with your parents and stuff and going through counseling and things of that nature now, and relaying that back, it does feel better if a parent would be like, I do apologize for X, Y, and Z in your, childhood. But as far as like now dealing with people and stuff like that,
It's like levels.
like it's levels to it. Like, you should have been said that. I'm sorry. Like, you should have been said that. So I could say yes and no. What you thinking, Amy?
I think it would depend on me and where I'm at, because the thing about apologies, you gotta be open to receive that apology. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So if I'm not in a space where I've made peace with the situation, then yes, it can be too late, But if I get to a point where, I'm like, God, you got to work on me, because I haven't received an apology from this person, but I need to learn to just let it go. So if I've gotten to that space and then you come back with an apology, however long later it is, because if we're talking like parents, it can be years, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but if I'm in that space, then I will be open to receiving that apology. And the same thing would go with friends or whoever. Now, sometimes you can receive an apology and it just be there, like left there.
It's not genuine.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like, I accept your apology.
Oh, but that's it for this.
But
Yeah, but
it's
I'm-
still a rap, like regardless.
Yeah, like I'm not harboring on it. I'm not thinking about it. And I am grateful that you did, think enough to apologize.
Right.
But then I realized sometimes, I guess that's the whole being the bigger person. And I'm just like, I'm not like that anymore. I'm going to apologize, yes, when I see there is a need, but I'm not going to be apologizing constantly.
Just to make you feel better.
And it's not even that. I just look at it like in relationships now, I feel like if you're saying that I've done something to you, and it could be true, that I have harmed you, hurt you, or whatever,
Right.
okay. But if it's like the third, fourth time that you're telling me this, then maybe I'm not a good friend to you. And that's something as an adult that I've had to learn, that as much as we like to look at ourselves as good people, good friends, we are not for everybody, and sometimes we're going to hurt people. Now, it's unintentional. I am not a person that intentionally goes out to hurt people,
Right.
but if I will look at you and tell you, if you feel like I am continuing to hurt you, and I'm honestly trying not to, now it's to a point where I feel like I'm damn near walking on eggshells with you, then maybe we're trying to force something that's not there. And at that point, am I going to apologize? No, I am not.
It's time for me to even get to the apology point. I ain't gonna lie.
But you being, y'all, we
I'm
being
just
honest.
being very transparent. I
I wish
need
a lot
to
of other people would
be
be.
able to honestly see where I fucked up, and I actually owe you an apology. If I give you an apology, I have sat and thought about that thing, and I have been like, okay, yeah, I can see where I was the person who actually did do something, even if it was intentional or unintentional. You know, yeah, I probably should have thought about it a little bit deeper on this level. So now I can give a sincere apology. All my apologies are sincere because I won't give you now.
And that's what I was just
I
gonna
won't
say,
give you
Roxy.
one.
The fact that you said, like, you sit there and you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I even think about, like, years and years ago when I was apologizing, I was always quick to apologize. Sometimes not even knowing what I
the fuck
did.
you apologizing for?
And
Yeah.
so by you sitting there thinking about it, you actually can reflect to be like, damn, I did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I did mess
Like
up.
that was messed up.
Yeah, like I definitely could have handled that better, as opposed to I just want to apologize because I don't want you to be mad at me, or
And
I
it's
don't want to
one
make
thing.
you feel bad, or I don't want to be a bad person. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you on that now in my life. Like, I'm going to sit and think on it and reflect on it, and that's when I will give an apology. But I'm not gonna be out here, oh, I apologize.
And you know what made me start to really sit and think about it is what she just said. When somebody asks you, what are you apologizing for?
That part.
And then I'm like, whatever it is has got you so goddamn upset. I don't know.
And you realize when it happens to you,
no.
you realize those kind of apologies don't mean shit.
Right.
They be half-assed.
So yeah, I need to sit in and when they ask me that, I'm gonna hit them with the X. I'm gonna hit them with it.
Exactly.
And even with that, like, you know, it could take you a week, maybe two, to get to that point. But it's not gonna take a year.
No.
If you really care about somebody and you're sincere with how the other person feels and you care, like, it's not gonna take you a year to figure that out.
Unless y'all have that kind of relationship where y'all just normally just sweep shit under the rug and just don't even say nothing about it.
That's different.
Just say fuck it. Like,
And
move
then
on.
you say it's not gonna take you a year, but see, the thing is, we also have to take into consideration what was the cause or what happened to make you have to apologize. Because depending on the level, the severity of it, you know, I'm just
It'll
saying.
take a year?
I'm not necessarily saying a year, but like if you do something to really, really mess somebody over, but let's say that you feel justified. It just, sometimes people walk away from something and then they come back and revisit it, because there are people, I don't know about y'all, but I mean, I've seen it. It has happened to me where sometimes you do take a step back from people for a long time and then you come back. You know what I'm saying? You just had that time, and some of that time you probably wasn't even thinking about it. It was pushed to the back of your mind. You know what I'm saying? But then things happen and then it reoccurs, and now you're able to look at it from a totally different point of view, or maybe something has happened in your life. Because sometimes we don't see our faults until we go through something like the same thing, but we're on the opposite end, and now you're like, I see, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. I'm not saying, like, I'm not putting a time frame on it at all, like just to say that it'll take a year. I'm just saying sometimes realizing things just don't happen that quick. I don't think there's a time frame on it sometimes.
And sometimes you don't know that you actually hurt somebody. Sometimes
That's
people
true.
don't tell you that you have hurt their feelings or something. They might just move on. And then later on, it's like, you remember, this happened. And then that could be a late apology because you didn't even know you did shit.
And now you got to sit there and process it. So, yeah. And unfortunately, I have that habit too of not telling people.
I can't do that no more.
But sometimes I just feel like, what is the point? Like when you tell someone something and then they hit you. One, if I've held it in and then I come to you once I finally get the nerve, it's like, well, why didn't you say something then?
Yeah, don't be dismissive.
But I'm saying that happens. Yeah. Then secondly, it's like either that happens where you come to them in a calm way, or it just flows out in the midst of another argument. So now your point don't seem too valid because they feel like,
don't do that. If we arguing about one thing, then you want to bring up something that happened 2 weeks ago. Nah, you should have brought that shit up 2 weeks ago. Don't do that now.
Yes. But that's dismissive. What you just said though.
No, it's not. No.
It is though.
To me, that's not dismissive. That's like you waited on an opportunity to like bring something up.
No.
And now you add other shit on top of it.
I didn't say waited on the opportunity. I said it just happens to boil over because something has been triggered by the argument that you're currently having.
Exactly.
Now, some people do sit there and wait on something. They wait for a perfect time.
Like, I done held this shit in, and I'm ready to go.
I've been waiting to say this, But other times, some things get triggered. And that's what I was saying. Like, it's a
when
con.
things keep happening. Yeah. Some of the same type of shit keep happening. Happening. Look, I tried to let slide.
But you know what?
This happened. So look, okay.
At this point, I gotta say something. You forced it. So, yeah. But I think ultimately it just depends on like the relationships, and we have to nurture our relationships in our lives. So, and sometimes that means apologizing, regardless of when it is. Because you never know, the person may not accept it right then and there, but later on they can be sitting there reflecting on their lives, their relationships with people, and be like, he, whatever did apologize to me, let me reach out. You know what I'm saying? So I personally don't think it's ever too late for an apology. I mean, it's only too late if, they leave this earth and you never got a chance to say it. So it's better to say it while they're still here.
So the moral of the story.
It's levels.
Apologize. When you're in the wrong, apologize as soon as possible.
I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry.
All right, so let us know what you think down in the comments.